All right, we're back here on the party at st.john in the second hour. It's 8:03. We are here with Tapes. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Great.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Well, I think Rob's going to have to move his mic up, I think, to actually be able to do that. But I'm Mike. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Rob. I play bass.
And I think that's Rob's quota for talking, too, as well.
Yeah,
We also, our drummer got stuck at work. He was supposed to be here with us, but he got stuck working till, right when we're supposed to get off the air, so we won't be able to make it. But he'll be at the show tonight.
Cool. So, I'm sorry.
Awesome. So you guys are in the process of recording an EP right now.
We are. We started a few weeks back. We had originally just planned on doing RPM record, and started, grabbed some gear and started plotting that out. And then got talking with Chris Kirby, who's a friend of ours, and Chris came on board as a producer for us. And so we kind of scaled down but got bigger at the same time, so there's much more. There's going to be a bit more production value. It's going to be a little bit better done than our original plan, but instead of being 10 demos out of the basement, it's now going to be a three-track EP that I'm not really sure when it's all going to be done. So
The songs are a lot better.
Yeah. Chris has got a fantastic ear. He's a really hands-on producer, and he's really great to work with. But in the day that we've worked with him so far, he's already made us a much better band. And it's up to you to decide. From the level we're at now, just imagine where we started, really.
Yeah.
You just heard the Fratellis there with We Need Medicine, and before that you heard Tapes with their in-studio performance.
Yes.
And so we were talking during the break about the Fratellis. It's your favorite band, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And actually we were talking about how myself and Chelsea went to Toronto, saw the Fratellis.
I don't want to talk about it.
And you don't want to talk about it. Okay, so
that solves that block of radio right there. No, I know you guys got to go a couple weeks ago. I had some other friends that went to the show, and I really, really regret not making it. But I'm sure I'll get a chance to see them at some point.
Well, if it makes you feel better,
yeah.
I bought a gift for my sister, and the check, the bag check outside, it was a cup, a plastic cup. The coat check out front was so brutal that they wouldn't let me take the cup inside. So they made me leave it out on the dirty porch or whatever, and I ended up forgetting it. So
was it like a?
It was nice. It was supposed to be for my sister,
and no, that's too bad.
That's gone. So.
Yeah, I had a buddy that was there, and I had a friend wear a tape shirt at the Fratelli show, which was a big deal for me.
Awesome.
And it was pretty cool. He sent me a picture of him wearing his tape shirt with the Fratellis in the background on stage, and it was pretty cool. And then I woke up the next morning and was like, I should have got him to buy me a shirt. And he's like, oh, this is the only shirt they had. And he sent me a picture, and it was a really cool shirt. I'm like, I totally would have wanted that shirt. That shirt right there. Oh man. I didn't realize you were wearing. I didn't notice you were wearing that shirt.
Yeah, they only had I don't know if it's because it was near the end of their.
Yeah, it was the end, but they only had a small tour anyway. They did hit I think 6 or 7 cities over a span of a couple weeks, and then doubled back to Atlanta because of the storm.
Yeah,
wiped out the show or something like that. But yeah, it was a small tour, so hopefully.
Yeah, I mean the band that opened for them, Ace Reporter, had more merch than they did.
Well, I mean, also they had enough stuff being brought over, I guess, that coming from Scotland that. It was, they had to kind of conserve, and again, it's the end of the tour, so it's not like they're gonna get more merch ready. So
we were also saying that you guys are influenced by the Fratellis a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, they're my favorite band, of the last 10 years, and so obviously, I mean, anytime you have a band that you draw, that you really like, you're going to draw some influence from, and that's certainly the case with them. I mean, I really love what they do, and I really like the sound that they have, and so, I mean, obviously, it's something that even kind of subconsciously you kind of emulate the stuff that you're into, and so they're definitely an influence that way. And we were just talking about how John Fratelli had his solo record out and used a riff from a song on a solo record at the end of We Need Medicine, which is a song you guys just played. And so, I mean, even he kind of takes influence from himself. So, but we kind of do that too. There's a song that we play, and when we play it live, we kind of throw the beginning of Cigarello into it. So we open it up with that because we found we used to just we jammed the song and could just never get the right tempo and the right feel when we were we hit it like once or twice, and then when we started like throwing Cigarello in at the top of it, all of a sudden like every time,
Yeah, it was the energy.
yeah, it was you do that energy and it just kind of brings you in. It's like and it's a brutal transition. Like it doesn't even really fit together all that well, but it's just one of those things. Like doing that, it's just kind of a nice punch way to kind of open and it's usually the first song of our set. So we open with that and then hit the riff and go into the song from there, and it always finds the right energy now because we're doing that. So
because Cigarello was the opening song when we were the cover band.
Yeah, because I mean we did covers. That's kind of I guess how a lot of bands start out is we had many more covers than we had original songs, and we our first show we had a 4-piece and played I think 50 songs, like 50 cover tunes over the course of like 3 hours at a bar out in Buckins, and and it was fun, and but that was it. We were a 4-piece. We have a buddy that started out as our lead player, but he lives in Buckins now. So when we can, we pop out there and we do a show with him. But we've been back here playing as a 3-piece and started writing more as a 3-piece and had some songs that both of us had from old bands that we were sitting on. So started working on those, and then over the course of we had 3 that we were playing by around Christmas time, and since Christmas we've added 7 more. So we've got about 10 tunes right now that we have that are tape songs, and we're still working on some other stuff. But I mean, with everything, we've been kind of busy over the last couple months too, so we haven't been writing as much. Like we want to keep adding more stuff, but we've just been so busy we haven't really had time lately to work on any more. But just developing those is good. Yeah, it's great, and it's and I think like the songs that we had before Christmas were great, but there were songs that I had from had been sitting on for a while, and a couple of the ones that we've written since then kind of came from Rob coming to me with a few riffs that he had from other stuff, and me and him would kind of workshop them a bit, and then I'd kind of start working on some lyrics, and then I'd pass them off to our drummer. And our drummer Josh Gowdy is actually a writer. He's been shortlisted for the Cuffer and has won a bunch of awards as a writer. He's working on his first novel, and he's really, really good. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Yeah, and so once we get we jam out the songs and get like I do up some kind of like dummy first draft lyrics and pass them over to him once he kind of has a bit more familiarity with the melody of them, and then he finishes them off, and those are the signs that we've done that way as a complete everybody's kind of had a hand in are definitely the ones we're happiest with of everything.
Mm-hmm. So how long have you guys been on the go?
It's funny because we started as a 4-piece, like we said, but that actually came from me and our other buddy Mike, who was playing lead for us. We jammed last Patty's Day. Again, he's from Buckins, Rob's from Buckins, my girlfriend's from Buckins, so that's how I know all the boys. So we were out last year for Patty's Day for this big curling bonspiel, and me and Mike were just kind of jamming it out and started talking then about starting a band, and even decided we were calling it Tapes that night. And then a month or two later, we decided, let's make a go of it. So we lined up Rob and Josh, and they came on board. So we started jamming, I guess the 3 of us, because Mike was out there, so the 3 of us started jamming probably around end of May, June, and just jammed out the covers. And then when Mike would come into town for the weekend, he'd jam with us. And so we played our first show in August, and then did a couple shows as a 3-piece over like the fall. I think maybe 3 or 4 shows. Yeah, 1 September, like 1. Yeah, like once a month we'd play like Sunday night at the Levee kind of deal, and then did a show Christmas out in Buckins again with Mike, and that was a lot of fun. And then when we came back, we started working on writing a bit and have been playing a lot more since then. And so really it's really been since Christmas we've really hit the ground running and done the most of our we played more in the last 2 months than we did in the first 8 months of being a band.
Mm-hmm. So do you guys want to play us another one here?
Let's do we're gonna do this is a song called Your Symphony. It's the tune that we play with Cigarello now when we play it live, but we let's do it anyway.
like what's sprung from the cage, and can't be seen in the dark. I'm a kick to the head that didn't quite make the mark. Like a beggar for shelter, trying to breathe through a noose. Well, you bound up the strings while I'm out running loose. Baby, just close your eyes. You don't need to see the mess I've made on this hopelessly lost street. I'll break through the waves and carry you home. You're a symphony that best be played alone. Like the hook up from space, in between lost and gone. I'm your little black dress on my floor after the dawn. I want your next breath to be screaming my name, and every breath after that should be the same. I'll tear through your heart until I can find an empty space that could be claimed as mine. I'll carve in my name, my down in the pole. You're a symphony that best be played alone. I'll tear through your heart until I can find an empty space that should be claimed as mine. I'll carve in my name, right down in the bone. You're a symphony that best be played alone.
We are back here on the party on CHMR. I'm your host, Warren Gordon.
And I'm Chelsea Skeens.
We're here at the studio with Tapes. We were talking about, you guys got some shows coming up.
We have a lot of shows coming up. Yeah, we have one tonight. We're playing at CBTG's tonight. Aaron Powell kicks it off, I think, at 10 o'clock is the plan. And then Make Me and Everything, DT and the Dinosaurs, and us are all playing the rest of the night. And honestly, at this point, I have no idea what times. I don't know what order we're in. I think it's just a scam to get all three bands at the bar as early as possible, drinking all night. Yeah. I think that's what they're doing. But it should be a fun show. I'm really looking forward to it. We haven't had a chance to play with either of the bands or Aaron yet, so it's going to be cool to get down and check them all out. It's one of the most fun parts about doing like a multi-band bill is that you get to check out everybody else. And, some of our really good friends now that we know came from that. Like we play, we play with Evan O'Coin much more than... I'm at the point now, I'm pretty sure we play with Evan O'Coin more than Cassandra Abbott has. It's like we're just always playing with Evan, it seems. But yeah, so we're playing there tonight. We're playing back. Next week we're back at CBTG's for the Road to CMW Finals. So that's been going on for a couple months now, and the finals are set. So they're Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week, and we're playing on. I think we're 11:30 on Saturday night. Is our set time right now?
It might be 10:30.
I think it's 11:30. I'm pretty sure. Okay. But I'll check. Or you can check online at musicbytapes.com, where you can also vote for Tapes. In there's a link there that goes straight to the online voting for the CMW finals, which I mean is a really great thing that Dan and everybody over at CBTG's has done, and it's really got a bunch of bands a chance to get out and kind of push their stuff, and it's really cool. So we're really psyched to be in the finals, and but yeah, you can go to musicbytapes.com, and all the info on our site is there that'll link you to to the voting for that. So you vote online, it's like $5 a vote, or for every $10, it's 3 votes. And then the money from all that goes to sending the bands to Toronto, because they're going to send 2 bands and 2 acoustic acts, I think is the line. So there's that. And then the week after that, we're at the Levy on the 4th of April. Funny enough, with Evan O'Coin, Portugal is playing at 10:30, and then we've got Man the Animal is on, and then us and Ted Danson are playing, which is fun because I know some of the guys from Man the Animal. I worked on the video for Psychobilly Love Song, and know Evan, their bass player from growing up back in Grand Falls, and all the guys from Ted Danson are in Grand Falls, or from Grand Falls, Windsor. So I've known all the guys forever, so it's gonna be fun to do that show with them. And then we're at the Fat Cat, and we never played there before, so we're all really excited about it. So we're at the Fat Cat on the 11th with 2 Guitars Clash and Garden Riot. And then the weekend after that, the 18th and 19th, we're at the Rose and Thistle with Bedlam Beggars, The River, and Evan O'Coin's Beautiful Rex. So we make sure we can't go more than like 2 shows without playing with Evan. It's a rule we've set as a band, because we just, we love that guy. He's wicked. I mean, the last show we played with him was 2 weeks ago. I think we played a show with the Beautiful Rex, and Evan wore his tape shirt, and it was great. It was super fun.
Yeah, he booked our first show.
He booked our first show for us, and Evan's been a big supporter for us, right from the start, and he's listed on the thank yous on the EP whenever it actually comes out. But Evan's awesome, so we don't like to go more than 2 or 3 shows without playing with Evan, because
It's funny that you mentioned Evan, actually, because we met Evan back in October. I think it was on our Halloween episode, and he's been in, I'd say, about 5 or 6 times since then.
He's the most likable guy ever, and he's just got the voice of an angel, and I love him. And he's just one of those guys, once you meet him and once you get to know him, once you actually hear him sing and hear his stuff, you just want him around all the time. And he's probably listening right now and blushing and laughing and all those things, and hopefully we'll see him down at CBTG's tonight. So
so you guys want to play another one?
Yeah. Let's do I don't know. What one do you want to do?
After the Rain?
Let's do After the Rain. This is a song called After the Rain.
Right now I'm so bitter. Right now there's so much rage. Right now it falls down around me. Hope runs dry again. But everything's bright when the rain stops. Everything shines when the storm ends. I hope this finds you in the moonlight, laughing and dancing once again. Right now I'm so angry. Right now there's so much rage. Right now I feel like I'm trapped here. I'm pent up in this cage. But everything's bright when the rain stops. Everything shines when the storm ends. Hope this finds you in the moonlight, laughing and dancing once again. Everything's bright when the rain stops. Everything shines when the storm ends. I hope this finds you in the moonlight, laughing and dancing once again.
Back here on the party at CHMR, back once more with tapes. So it's plug time for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. We have our Facebook is facebook.com/musicbytapes. Our Twitter is @musicbytapes.
Okay.
And our website is musicbytapes.com. And if you go to musicbytapes.com, it has links to the Facebook and the Twitter. So you can find it all that way. And it also has a link to vote for us online in the Road to CMW Challenge, which happens next week. And you know, we've got one of our demos up on the site, so you can check that out. And every now and then we kind of swap it out for one of the other demos that we had there, and then eventually we'll put up the stuff from the EP, and you can get merch there. We have, you know, you can buy our shirts. There's not many left, so get them while you can. And you know, the buttons and stickers aren't up there yet, but they'll be going up, available soon. And yeah, so there's a bunch of fun stuff there, and I mean, there'll just be more added as it comes along, and that's where most of it is. And you know, like, you can sign up for a mailing list and all the things that you're supposed to do to follow bands. You know, it's like so yeah. But our Twitter and honestly, our Twitter probably gets updated more than our Facebook because it's way easier. Yeah, follow us on everything. Sign up for the mailing list, get Twitter and Facebook, and like us, and yeah, and still check the website and all that kind of stuff. And Instagram, is that Music by Tapes too? I forgot about Instagram. I just set that up because our website's done through a company called Bandzoogle, and they set up like an Instagram thing so you can feed your Instagram right into like the photo section. So I set up a band Instagram just for that purpose, and I've been using it. I've been using it more than my own now. Like, I can't remember the last time I posted something on Instagram from my own account, but since I set up the band one, so.
Awesome. So good luck with the challenge next week.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks to Andrew WK for hanging out with us as well, and also to the contenders.
Yes, for sure.
And next week on the show is Fog Lake and Avalon Stanley, some more awesome local stuff.
Sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.